They've been trafficked and then they forced to be slave, they forced to be wives, they forced to be sex workers. No organization, no agency can help them, but they are poor, they are vulnerable, they need help, they really need help.
In this episode of Mekong Matters, we turn our attention to Laos, where the trafficking of women and children continue to be a grave and pressing threat. Young women across Laos, many of whom under 18 years old, are being lured across borders with promises of stable jobs, better futures, and loving marriages. But once they leave home, they find themselves trapped, subjected to forced labor, sexual exploitation, surrogacy, or coerced into criminal activities. Available reporting suggests that the middlemen involved in setting up these cross-border marriages receive the equivalent of around 27,000 US dollars per woman, while the young women and their families only receive around 4,000 US dollars at the most. In this episode, we hear from Madame Intana Bofasavang, Director of the Association for Development of Women and Legal Education, and a pioneer in establishing legal clinics for female victims of human trafficking and violence. We explore the barriers that limit access to justice and examine why many victims hesitate to work with authorities out of concern for their safety.
Women and girls serve the family. If the family are poor and do not have money, so the girl and the family will be pushed to work outside of the village. And then they become the victims finally. The deceptive to work in the restaurant first, and then they become sex workers and finally become victims of women trafficking. They are deceptive by the broken men, broken women that if they move to the big city and work there, they will have more money. So that's why they were allowed to come to the big city to find a job. And some volunteer because they don't know much about the deceptive approach.
So, there are reports of number of girls and women being exploited through deceptive cross-border marriages to foreign nationals. So why are girls and women at risk of trafficking in Laos?
More women and children were trafficking because the poverty in the remote area, in the mountainous area. So they want to find a job. They want to find a good life for survival or for have good living condition and also to support their parents. Their parents is have own debt and also the parent have to pay for the business or small business or something like that. So they need money and then encourage or they push their children to move from the village to earn more money for their parents. And parents used to encourage them to marry with foreigners, especially with a Chinese men. The women and girls at risk more than others due to gender norms. Women and girls should serve the family, and some children and women they want to explore the new life in the big city. They haven't seen the city, and they thought that in the big city the life will be better, and they hope that they will get better life, something like that.
How are you supporting the victims of the family? Let's say if they could not contact their daughters, what is the step that your office or your organization can take into to consideration or into plan to help them locating the victims?
When the parents could not receive any news from their daughters, and then they came to our women assistant counseling office, Baco, that my association ADWLE helping them. Their parents came to talk with our lawyers at the Baco, and after that we help police or to the authority and try to investigate the case of her.
So, what are the main challenges that victims face when trying to access justice?
The girls, the women, the victims do not have the connection Wi-Fi. But when she want to escape from husband, she try to out of the house, but cannot do that because she doesn't have internet Wi-Fi. So she has to come back again and leave the house and then come back again because try to leave the house but cannot until they find the Chinese authority and until she got information like the address, the home address of husband sent back to parents, and then our lawyers and our police try to help her by contacting the Chinese authority in China. So sometimes successful if the address is clear, but sometimes she took photo for house address but not clear and could not help. So that's why this is the challenge of the victims. And her parents did not have money when the police asked for paying transportation to assist her daughter back home, but their parents doesn't have money to buy air ticket to bring her home. This is one challenge of the victim as well.
I was just wondering, like, what made you get into this work? Like, why did you decided that you going to work to help the women and children in Laos, the trafficking victims?
In Laos, there is no organizations to help the victim and the victims to access to justice. We only one organization that have the representative in the court. So we accompany the victims to the court and help them to defend her case in the court. So only one organization in Laos apart from the government. So we are very happy to help the victim, the girls and the victims. No organization, no agency can help them, but they are poor, they are vulnerable, they need help, they really need help. Some victims cry, some victims want to commit suicide, but after our lawyers help them explain about the legal assistance, about the free assistance, so they understood and then they trust our lawyers and trust our ethnic lawyer as well, and they cooperate with us very well after that.
So your work has become a model for the Laos ministries of justice in establishing legal counseling centers nationwide. What lessons or best practice from your organization that you think could be replicated by other organizations or government programs to improve the support for trafficking victims?
Actually, we started helping the victims of gender-based violence, and also human trafficking since 2015. So we have the best practice, especially WACO, provide its service freely and on time, which encourage the victim to seek assistance from us, and our atmosphere is very friendly manner and comfortable, not formal. And our lawyer starts contact the victim regularly because they are poor and do not have free Wi-Fi and connection. So when we receive the cases, we continue regularly contact the victims or the parents of victims in order to help them on time and show a great effort methods to help her. For example, we provide air ticket, we provide taxi, transportation or accommodation, hotel, motel, and also interpreter if they are ethnic minority. So we try as much possible the convenience for them. We apply a victim-based approach specifically when we have difficulties in collaboration or working with the law enforcement officials. Uh, for example, investigation process, it will take sometimes. We ask them to be patient and also provide all facility to us to enable us to be to win the case. We want to share with other CSO and other government legal aid office and also INGO to use our best practice in helping the victim of gender-based violence and human trafficking in Laos.
Thank you to Madam Intana Bufasavang for joining us on this episode of Mekong Matters. For more insights into organized crime across the Mekong, stay tuned for our monthly Mekong Matters podcast. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. I'm Trang Nguyen. Thank you for listening.